Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Maria.
Good morning. Hi, Rosa.
Hi, Zander.
Good evening. It's evening. I don't know what you are talking about with the good morning.
Well, it's what it is. Good morning or good evening. This is the timeless good morning and the timeless good evening. But you are right. It's good evening. So also over there in Spain, Maria, right?
Yes, it's the same time.
Cool. So I'm very happy that we are here together. I saw you the last time in the regular Tuesday open Zoom from Zander. And yeah, I was very curious about the character, and this was lovely, our chat we already had. And I think it's very interesting stories you have to share. And if you like, of course, so what, in a way, um, what led you to the Zander Zoom?
Well, I have first I was for many years I have been reading many books about psychology, personal development, some spirituality like Eckhart Tolle and things like that. But because I always felt like I needed to improve, to get better. I wanted to, and psychology was very appealing because it explained how the mind works, how the ego works, and it says you can you are in control of your feelings and your emotion, even your thoughts.
Yeah, this makes beautiful sense, right? So it
Yes,
makes the sense, yeah, I can get it. I can get what
yes,
I want. Yeah, to have control over the thing here, whatever this is.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very appealing because you thought if I get this and then I won't be hurt anymore by people or by situations or things like that. But I kept feeling like I was not getting it right because I was still getting hurt and I was still feeling bad. And so for many years, I tried many different approaches. I didn't go to therapy, never, but I was reading many books.
Mm.
And lately, I something personal happened. I was feeling anxiety, and I decided to start trying meditation. So
Inspired by whom or by what?
I always read books like Buddhism, and that they tell you that meditation and mindfulness is very good for
Calming,
your
relaxing, calming. Yeah.
calming, relaxing, even very beneficial for your brain. And
Mm.
so, but I was always reluctant because I didn't want to face all my thoughts and feelings. But I decided after that event to try and meditate. So
Yeah.
I was meditating for over a year, and I was
Me too.
feeling.
Me too. This was the same. When the pain was too strong, I ended up in a meditation for 1 year, even though I did not like meditating, but I did it. This was exactly like you said. I also did it.
Yes, and yes, and after that I felt calmer. But and then I started to watch videos about spirituality. And at first it was not non-duality, but more spirituality, like people telling you that you are in control of your reality, and about that everything you see is a projection of your mind or your beliefs or things like that. But I was also I have the tendency to feel guilty about everything. So I was feeling guilty because I'm thinking they tell you if people are taking advantage of you, it means that you're weak, for example, or things like that. So it made me feel really guilty. It gave me hope, but also I was feeling guilty about that.
I totally resonate, Maria. Totally, absolutely, yeah.
Yes. So then I started watching videos about non-duality and oneness and all that. And so I started to hear about people that were awakening and that it was possible for everyone. If you try really hard, you can awake. I bought some books about that too. I started watching videos. And then I was watching a video, it was more like a teacher mentioned like Jim Newman, Tony Parsons, that they were more like radical. So I decided to watch their videos too. So when I hear the message, when I heard it for the first time, I was curious about it. It was different. And the first time I felt like calmer. But then after a few days, I felt like depressed, like saying, what's the point of everything? If there's no one, nothing to do, what's the point?
Mhm.
So I stopped. But
Good.
but then I came back again for some 2 months more or something like that. And for me, it was like calming but also I was feeling like, yes, because they're telling that what you're longing for is already here, but they're also telling that there's a contracted energy that may drop, and so for me that was confusing, because especially when they say that that's not real, that's an illusion. So I didn't understand that, because I said, okay, but this is what I'm feeling or thinking, so I didn't really understand that. But then I watched one of your videos, you and Sander with Tito, I think.
Tito, whatever, yeah.
Yes, and I like you were saying that this is it, this is everything. Like if you're feeling contracted, if you're feeling like a me, this is everything already. So I like that kind of energy.
It was in a way more simple, right?
Yes, it
This
was.
wasn't that confusing.
No. No, and also when I kept watching your videos, and I also, when I went to the Zoom meeting, it was like a different type of thing, because like I felt like very welcome from the first moment, and I also felt like there was no difference between like people that feel like me and people that don't feel like me, and so everybody was just sharing what they were thinking or feeling. And
Beautiful.
it was yes, I really felt like I had nothing to do, and I could finally relax and rest.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But you skipped something, sweetheart. I can remember there is one thing which was very funny. Please, come on. It's about the boom. When you saw, please go, house raus, hau raus. Let it out. I want to hear it.
Yes, that I have to admit that it took me some time to get used to your videos, because when I first started, you kept saying boom, boom all the time, and Sander was saying, okay, this is also this, and this is also this, doing that, or this, and I didn't understand it at first, and it took me some time to get used to that dynamic, but now I love it.
I love it. Oh, Maria, what a beauty.
Yeah, you put it beautiful, Maria. Yes, I love when you explained, what was happening there. this idea that there's nothing different between feeling like a me or not feeling like a me, or having a contracted energy, you know, and it was all simply this, and there was an openness, you know. This is exactly what has been suggested here, so to say. You pointed it out very beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, there's just simply what's happening. Feeling like a me or not feeling like a me, and you know, it's just whatever it is, and there's no one doing it, and it's okay. Even thinking it's not okay is already just simply this, you know. There's no
Yes.
one behind it, and
Yes, because if you're telling someone like what you're saying is not true, or it's not real, or it's not like you're it's like invalidating the reality. This is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm saying. So don't tell me that it's not real
exactly.
or it's not.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
Maria. I love it. I love
yes,
it. Beautiful.
simple.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know it. You know, saying this is a dream. So what? You know, this is just what's happening. You know, you know, you can say this is a dream, but here it's just this, right? I think it's funny when people start saying, "Well, it's just a dream," you know, it's just a dream or it's an illusion. I mean, come on, you know, when you hit your finger with a hammer, you don't say it's a dream or an illusion. Or when you have to go with your kid to the doctor, you don't say it's a dream or an illusion. You don't say to your kid, "Well, you don't have a broken leg. It's just an illusion. You're not here." You don't do that. You go with your kid to the doctor. It's natural. Going and telling everybody that it's just a dream and that nothing is happening is maybe nice 2 times, and then it becomes boring. You know, come on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying this is a dream. You know, saying this is a dream or this is reality or this is an illusion is already this. But here, you know, it doesn't change anything. It's still just this. You can call it whatever you want. There isn't even a thing called this.
What I resonate very much with is the immediacy of what is, the directness of what is. And in a way, when this is directly what is, you cannot say anything about it. And this is not a this. It's not a thing. And so here the thing with illusion, not illusion, real and unreal, and apparently is in a way I can say yes, yes. But these are just words. Just words. I I I I resonate more with this booming aliveness, with the directness of what is. Like you said, why, you know, when I feel this is real, this is full on. Why, you know what I mean? I
Yes.
totally got the point there. And yeah, but these are only words coming out, sounds, and in a way they're already without any meaning, and at the same time with full on meaning. No difference. No difference.
Mhm. Yes, because like maybe for people that are more, I think I have always I have the tendency to overthink and get lost in the concept. When you say like this is real, but this is real and unreal, or this is happening empty fullness, for me it's like I get like a little bit detached or self-conscious, and with things that are happening, and I keep thinking, oh, I'm feeling this, but this is real or not? So for me, the saying this is perfection.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't change anything. You know, it's still just talking and sitting
yeah.
and listening to Maria and Rosa. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't change anything.
And the music channel Maria is choosing, like maybe listening to Rose, or to Jim Newman. And then again, coming back to Xander, maybe like this, you know, skipping,
Yes.
happens automatically. Perfection, this I call perfection. The one thing is not better or worse than the other. It's the same thing. You can also watch Netflix. It's also
Yes.
the same thing. Whatever, you see the joke? It's just an interest, a curiosity to get something or whatsoever, and this is kind of changing the whole time.
Mm.
And yeah. What about here in this context, Xander? What about when it's been said that when the seeking energy is the me, and when the me collapses, there is no seeking energy anymore.
Oh,
What's your
but
take on this?
well, that it's a load of bullshit.
Because
Well, because seeking is just seeking. It has nothing to do with you already. There's no separated someone or no one doing the seeking. Seeking is just seeking, and there's totally nothing wrong with seeking. Seeking for your car keys or seeking for a place in the shadow or seeking for a way out is just simply what's happening. You know, there's no one doing the seeking. It's totally natural to seek. There's nothing dirty, and there's no one separated doing the seeking or not. And blaming everything on the me is also just simply this. So blaming all these types of negative things and claiming that the end of seeking is better than seeking, that itself is just already innocently this. There's totally nothing wrong with seeking. Seeking is quite natural. You know, seeking to avoid being hit by a car or seeking for a new job where you earn more money so you can have better food on the table. It's just simply this. Seeking is just seeking, and to put it on the me, you know, and I mean, there's already no one doing it. There's no one doing the seeking. There's no separated seeker. There's no one
Maria,
doing the seeking.
yeah, beautiful, Xander. I love it. I was the first time I was got in touch with Xander, I simply loved the expression, like this directness. Totally resonated with this, and what would you say, Maria, with this seeking energy? When did you hear the first time there is a me, and the me is the problem in a way?
When did I hear it the first time?
Mm.
When listening to the radical message from
Yeah.
my
Because in a way, it's always about the me, even though it's been said there, apparently, there is no me already, but there's apparently a me. And there is an apparent dropping of the me. And this thing kind of loops and loops and loops. And there is always the sense that the speaker knows more, not knows more, or knows less, or is nothing. But here is still the sense of me. There is always this.
And there's this contrast between they usually talk about how a person that has, when the me drops, how would a character behave, and in contrast with the me that has judgment or have like
Neurosis, when there's the me, that this is contracted
and has seeking energy. And so for me, I was like analyzing, like, oh, I should not be judging because this is like me or the seeking energy, or but if there's nothing you can do or no one to do it, what are we talking about?
Exactly. Exactly. And this is exactly the point. This is already me-less, like Xander says it. Me-less, you-less already, with this beautiful analogies with the nature, like the rain falls. This is simply, I don't know, this is wow, this is boom, this is cutting everything, you know, it's beyond concepts. Okay, of course, this is also saying something. Xander?
Well, I mean, when it comes to judging, Maria, you know, when you hear certain speakers say, You know, there's no judgment. It's just another fancy story. Judging is completely normal, you know. Judging to take some sun cream because it's 50 degrees outside, and then there's a judgment, so to say, to take sun cream or not, or else maybe you will burn, or judging whatever, you know. It's just simply what's happening. There's in this so-called spiritual community, judging is some you still are judging, so you're still not there, you know. Judging is natural. There's nothing wrong with judging. There's no one doing the judging or not is just naturally what's happening, you know. There's completely nothing. There's no one doing the judgment. There's no one owning any judgment. There's just judging. This is a natural thing, you know, innocently. You know,
And
even so-called, you know, and anything may happen. So this, when it comes to the change of certain behaviors, like there's no one separated having a certain behavior able to move to a certain other behavior to behave in a different way. There's just certain patterns, maybe judgment, and this judgment can at some point increase. You know, there can be a lot of judgment, and then suddenly there can be less judgment. But it has already nothing to do with a you or with a me. It's whatever is happening, judging or not, is already just simply me-less. It has nothing to do with someone.
what about the fear, Maria, when this anxiety was there so immense? How do you feel now?
Well, I feel much better now, and also the other night I have like a nice experience because I usually like wake up in the middle of the night with a lot of fear and some anxiety, like a big contraction in my chest that is really resistance to what I'm feeling. But the other night, I happened, but and I was feeling like the pain in my chest, but then suddenly like the resistance dropped, and I was like seeing all these images on my head, like spinning, but with they were like neutral. I didn't feel like good or bad about them. And after that, I just went to sleep again. But I'm thinking like I don't have to make any conclusions about that, but because maybe tomorrow, this night, I will have the panic and the chest contraction again. But
Beautiful.
it was clear that I didn't do anything. I didn't, because I know techniques like focus on the sensation of your body, like, or like accept it, but I didn't do anything. Like it just
Beautiful.
happened. It was
Beautiful.
clear for me that it happened.
Beautiful. It's so I see it's so such a beauty, like how Maria is like listening to the story, how life is navigating, you know, beautifully. Like yeah,
Yeah,
love it.
it's so funny because, you know, waking in the middle of the night with anxiety, you know, there's no one there 10 minutes before anxiety is happening, so to say, saying I'm going to wake up with anxiety in my chest. No, there's just waking up with anxiety. It's just innocently happening. And then maybe there's a resistance, which is as innocently as the anxiety itself, or not. You know, there's maybe a trying to get away or trying to focus on something else. It's all just innocent, you know, the not wanting it or the accepting it, but there's just simply no one behind it doing the anxiety, nor is there anyone trying to get away from it. But at the same time, trying to get away from anxiety is this too, you know.
Exactly. Beautiful.
Even the wanting to do something or the
Beautiful.
I let it be is already just whatever is happening. You know, there's no one
Beautiful.
behind that decision. There's no one There's no separated decision making.
Beautiful, sweetheart, beautiful. Like Maria, you know a lot of tools maybe now, and it's not the first time the panic attack is coming. And as Anders said, it's what's happening then. Doing something, not doing. For example, here what happened was this love for feeling through the fear because it was so immense. I was fed up. So just kill me, you know. This was the kill me thing, and in a way, there was simply a giving up, a hopelessness and acceptance, but it was very obvious that no one is doing this. And this is simply, and the resistance is the same. There is no difference. It's just what's happening. And we can say, we can label it as good, is not good, you know, but in a way it was seen, it's the same. It's the same. And this directness, in this directness of what is happening, it's empty. There is no difference anymore because it's full on fear or full on joy. Yeah. Do you want also to say something about your childhood? You don't have to. I was very happy to listen. You don't have to because it's maybe a bit tricky, like because it's also a beautiful story, I think.
Yes, I was thinking about that earlier because I watched a video from with Tim Cliff that I really like listening to him.
Yeah, Tim.
Yes, and he said something like, every time I tell my story is different, because it's true. Like it comes up differently because sometimes I have sometimes lately I'm thinking like I don't want to blame anyone or like, or maybe I think sometimes that I was a very sensitive girl. Sometimes I think like my parents' influence or my situation, or that they were having like many arguments. Sometimes I don't know. So yes, but basically I did have a very strict religious education. And maybe that's why I wanted to be always like a good girl, like be like perfect every time. And I was also feeling quite isolated from the rest of the people, because this religion is like it's like forming a community with only people of your own religion. That's why like I felt like separation, and also very self-conscious all the time about doing and saying the right thing. So yes, I think that was the reason why I started to like trying to understand the human mind, or later on spirituality. And the first time, like for example, I read The Power of Now, I had to stop. Yes, I really had to stop reading it because I felt so guilty about like, oh, I've been wasting what I'm doing. I'm not, in the now moment. I'm always worrying or thinking. And it was so intense, the feelings of guilt, that I had to stop reading it. But later on, I resumed it. And yes, it's the same like with psychology. I felt like he made some good points, like saying, for example, in this moment, what is your problem? You don't have any problem right now, just like that. But also when he mentions that you have to be aware of the time, and if you are lost in thoughts, then you have to go back to awareness. Like that made me also feel like I wasn't doing it right, because I couldn't be aware of the time.
Beautiful.
And when you are aware, you're also like more conscious of all if you're judging yourself or talking back to yourself, or judging other people, or expecting the reality to be different, like you feel even more contracted.
Totally. This is totally crazy. This is schizophrenic. You know, I don't know. This is crazy. But you see how your body simply like, no, sorry, this is crazy. You know, it's just saying this to you, and you, in a way, you did not force yourself to continue with this. You simply moved to maybe another direction then.
Yes, because I think I used to be like very gullible or trusting people's authority a lot. Like I thought like this person has a lot of experience, they have written a book, or even psychologists, they have studied a lot, they have done their PhD, and so they must be right, and I trust them with my life. But they are just people telling stories. Sometimes people, something happened to me, and they make a story out of it, and they tell you that you have to do the same to be as accomplished as they are. But that's just a story and doesn't have, and maybe you are not interpreted right. I mean, you are, and all these coaches that now we have on the Instagram, they tell you, I was poor and now I'm a billionaire, and only you have to do this and this and that.
Yeah, what a beautiful bullshit. But this is it too. This is it too, of course.
Yeah, trying to be a billionaire is this too. And trying to follow the steps to become a billionaire, you know, it's just, or thinking somebody has something which I maybe also can get if I just follow the steps from A to B or to C, and then I will get it. It's all just simply this, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. But, you know, they're just bodies making sounds, you know, and then there's a liking of that sound. And you know, it can be Eckhart Tolle, or it can be Tony or Jim or whoever, Sander, Rosa, Michael, it doesn't matter, you know, there's maybe an interest or an attraction, but there's no one doing it, there's no one resonating, there's no one being attracted, there's just, it's like a magnet, you know, you get drawn, something sounds interesting, and then you listen, and then maybe this will stop. It's quite natural to have interest, and then suddenly this interest are just there no more, you know. Interest for Eckhart Tolle maybe is there sometime, and then suddenly it this interest stops, and it has already nothing to do with you. It's the same with the seeking. There's just some seeking, and then suddenly it stops. It has already nothing to do with the you. You know, maybe now there's a liking of so-called radical non-duality, and maybe in a year from now you're sitting on the couch and you think, wow, that was a waste of time. It can happen. Back to drawing or back to making art or whatever, you know. I love making art, and not why did I spend time to listen to all those people on Zooms, you know? What a waste of time. It can happen. No one has anything. You know, the Eckhart Tolle is not better than Maria or Rosa or Sander or Tony Parson. He's not better, or Jim or whoever, you know, or
what
Sadhguru.
about Sander? Beautiful. What about there is already no Maria, no Rosa, no Sander, no Eckhart Tolle?
Well, for me, that's just total bullshit. You know, I mean, I don't know what you mean. What there's already. I mean, there's no separated doer, but there's just a body. You know, whatever you want to call it, this human system, which
I would call it body-mind complex.
Oh yeah, you know, this with nothing, you know, it's just flipping the coins from something is happening to nothing is happening, nothing is there. Well, it's for me too funny, you know, saying that nothing is there is just another ultimate absolute conclusion, which who is able there to make that conclusion that nothing is here? I would say nothing is here and everything is here at the same time. You know, at least here that there is
explain this, please, Sander. Please explain this. Nothing and everything is here at the same time. This is, Maria, exactly the point with empty fullness.
Well, there's not so much to explain. So I mean, here there's just seeing of three bodies talking. That's
And
it.
where's the nothing part in this? For me, this is the everything part. Three bodies talking is the everything part. He is not really the sense of separation. So I can totally go with bodies talking. Yeah, totally. For me, it's nice. It feels very good. And where's the nothing part, sweetheart? What would you say, Xander?
Well, then, well, there is not a nothing part. I mean, this has no parts. It has not a nothing part and an everything part. I mean, I don't see parts. Do you see any parts here?
No, but this is just an expression of what I wanted to say, the empty fullness.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny those expressions. As you know, it sounds so interesting. Wow, it's nothing and everything at the same time.
For me here, may I have a take on this? Maria, like you expressed your
Maybe
experience
you
with
want to write a PhD about nothing and everything at the same time, and then when you get it, you come back and you tell me how happy you are.
I just for no reason this is popping up here. But Maria, here the thing with the panic attack in the night, like what happened there? Like you did nothing in a way, and it was just what's happening. There was no story running anymore, or the story was not interesting. Like, let's put it like this. This was the sensations, the body sensation and ideas. Okay, that's it. And for me, this is in a way the nothing part. When this year gets boring, not I cannot follow it. You know what I mean? It's that what is left is the directness of what is. This is for me the nothing part. When I have to use nothing. And this directness, full on, no matter what, it's at the same time empty.
You mean like when there's no story about
No, thoughts is it too. There can be a story, but in a way it's not that there are no thoughts or no story. No, it's everything. And I don't know, and then
it's like it's not solid. It's not like so serious. Like
yeah, it's simply what it is, but in a way, I don't know. That's why I'm pointing
It's
this
also
out.
serious.
Yeah.
It's seriousness is it too. It's so funny when people are saying, "Well, I'm so happy that it's not serious anymore." It's not about being serious and not being serious. Come on, you know.
No,
When your
it's not about
daughter
it.
is when your daughter is saying, you know, Mama, I broke my foot. You're not going to
Yeah.
say, well, it's nothing serious. There's nothing happening. You
I
know, there's
totally
nothing
agree.
going on.
I cannot say here that it's not serious. It's full on, boom, reacting,
Right?
doing.
Maria, it can feel very serious, right? Having a contracted sensation in your chest can be anxiety, can be very serious at some point, you know.
Mm.
It can be all consuming. You know, having an anxiety attack is it's completely everything what is, you know. It can be very serious. It can be that serious.
Yeah.
That's it too. I mean, and when the nothing is more from here, so to say. So whatever is happening is not a thing, you know. It's not in that sense. I would say it's nothing and everything. So talking and sitting and listening to Maria and Rosa is not a thing. There's no one able to. It has no handles. You cannot grab a conversation. You cannot grab this what is happening, and at the same time, it's everything. There's nothing else going on than talking and sitting and listening in a Zoom meeting. So it's everything in the sense that it's just what is happening now, talking and listening and seeing three faces on the screen. And at the same time, it's nothing in the sense that it's not a thing. I cannot take this whole conversation and put it in my pocket and go outside and take it out there, you know? It
Well,
has whatever is happening, you cannot grab it. How can you grab whatever is happening? It's funny. You can try.
beautiful, beautiful. So it's in this sense, it's not solid. Comes and goes, comes and goes. There is no grabbing of it. Beautiful, Zander. Thank you. Beautiful. I love that.
But just my arms are just too short to take the whole happening, and I don't know where to, where is the end.
Oh, sweetheart. I love you.
That there's no handles. I cannot get this. Where where is the? You cannot put it in a bag. It's not a thing. Whatever is happening is not a thing, and it's not even enough. It's not even a no thing. So saying, well, it's not a thing is just another thing in a way that it's not a thing. It becomes funny, all those so-called non-duality suggestions. It's nothing, it's everything, nothing is happening, you're not here, it's an illusion, it's a dream. I mean, it's all just words dancing around. I mean, come on,
And then you try to make sense of it. Oh yeah, I got it. Fuck, I
I
lost
got it,
it.
it's nothing, yeah. Oh no,
I got
Sonda
it.
explained it very well, you cannot get it. Now I get it. You cannot hold it. That's why it's nothing. Okay, now I understand. It doesn't matter, Yeah, it sounds logical. I don't see either that you can get it. Well, now I get it. Well, okay, have fun.
Beautiful. I love it. I mean, the joke is maybe just to see through all those concepts. Everything is just bullshit. Today, I spoke with a friend, like, I was about, I don't know, saying, this is boundless openness. And then, in a way, he repeated it. I was reading it, what I said, and I was like, oh my God, what a bullshit. So let's say everything is bullshit.
It's funny because so at one time I was with the guru, and there was all these types of activities. One was performing, kriyas and whatever, and mantras, and then you have to turn inside. So yeah, let's go inside, and everybody was very serious, acting like they know where to go inside. I never found the door, I was like, where's the door to go here in this? And everybody was acting like they know. I was, well, am I the only one who don't know where to go inside, or what is it? It's
Beautiful.
like
Beautiful.
it's the same when radical speakers are saying, well, it's all an illusion. I'm like, yeah, who know? What? What do you mean? And then everybody's, yeah.
Yeah, scientifically proven. This is not solid.
It's just a dream,
Science has
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's solid and it's not solid at the same time. Maybe when you bang it against your head, you say, "Well, it's not solid." I mean, come on,
Oh,
you can try.
they are lying to me. This is solid. It hurts.
Well, I mean, it's just all, yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart. This was in a way important here to boom all of this. So now, what to say? Where to go?
Ah,
Maria, is there something popping up in this context? Like, what is now there still playing with concepts or
Yes, I was thinking that I used to think that something in my perception needed to change, that I would see like blur, like the objects will be like also I don't know.
I can
yeah,
tell you
beautiful.
about this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is
I
such a
like it.
joke.
I like it, Maria. When you were turning on Tuesday, I think you said, well, I'm maybe a little bit nervous or something. and it was so beautiful. I guess you were saying I'm a little bit nervous. I don't speak so well, or I don't speak much, or whatever. And yeah, beautiful. You know, it's so it's innocent. You know, there's nothing wrong with being nervous. You know, or judging, or crying,
Anything.
or screaming, or whatever, or seeking. You know, this it's just simply what's happening. The directness of, you know, and even thinking it's wrong is just
Yeah,
equally this, you know, or
yeah.
trying to see things differently and hoping that you see the wall become fluid is true, you know. The only
Oh,
way
goodness.
Yes.
the
I mean,
only
it's
way,
beautiful when there are people seeing all this is fluid. Wow, beautiful. Nice for them. Enjoy.
yeah, if you want to see it fluid, you take a big load of LSD, and then you sit in a room, and then things start happening, you know. But I mean, still, then it doesn't change anything. It's still just this.
No, Maria, we are not going to take LSD. Don't do it, girl.
No,
Me
no, but I
neither.
mean,
No, 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 no.
so waiting for this to become something special is already just this, you know. Waiting for this to become, waiting for the sensation of a me to drop away is already just what's happening.
But
Um,
this is so interesting when you start to believe. Yeah, you listen to these people and this in a way resonates, and you simply start to believe. This is amazing, isn't it?
well, it's, yeah, it's funny because there's no authority, but this, you know, at the same time, they all are pointing to when I met that speaker, it you know, it's too much of a before and after, you know. After I hear the words from that speaker, then finally, you know, I'm there. It's not directly said, but it's very subtle, you know. So there is something which can happen if you do your best. Well,
There
that's
is
it.
this apparent shift. There is this dropping of the me. And then we can say before it was like this, and after it was like this.
Well, this contraction may just simply drop, but it never dropped for you. There's already no you having a contraction. It doesn't mean that this so-called contraction may not drop. This contraction, or this, you know, this whatever they call contracted energy, may just simply stop. But it doesn't stop for a you, and you are not the doer of the contraction nor the stopper of the contraction. There's just a contraction. There's nothing wrong with it, you know. That as there is pain when you hit your finger with a hammer, there can be a contraction. The pain will stop, but the pain will not stop for you, and you are not doing the pain. The pain is just innocently the pain, you know, and the contraction is just innocently the contraction. There's no one owning this contraction, and there's no one doing this contraction. And the contraction has already nothing to do with the you. And you know, feeling contracted is already not separated from feeling contracted. Feeling contracted is just simply feeling contracted. It's everything. It's complete. It's completely feeling contracted already, or not.
It's direct what is. And the ideas popping up with this contraction. Oh, then the ideas are popping up. This is this, maybe this, I hear this, then this, and this, and I can do now this. And this is innocently happening too. You have no choice what ideas are going to pop up there. And then maybe there is simply like, oh boy, what a bullshit. And then the thing gets simple.
Yes, I was thinking before joining the Zoom meeting, like I had ideas like, oh, I'm not going to be comfortable with the camera because I am very shy, or I don't know what to talk about. But then I have another thought, and it was, are you shy with it, or are you like?
Cool. Yeah,
You
beautiful.
did great. Yeah, you was great on camera. Nothing wrong.
Beautiful. Totally. Beautiful, Maria. It is yeah, what to
It's
say?
normal. Yeah, it's normal, you know, not being shy, not knowing what to say. or maybe what will the others think of me, you know, when I speak? Shit, maybe they think this or maybe they think that. That's already just simply what's happening, you know. You cannot stop it.
And it's like random, because one moment you can think I'm going to be nervous, and the next thought is going to be all right. So, but I'm
Beautiful.
not disturbing any of that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know, and it's the same with nervous, you know. It's just nervous. It's natural to be nervous, you know. Maybe when you have a doctor appointment or the first day at your work, the new work, you may be a little bit nervous or something, you know, something big. You have something to tell to someone. There's maybe a little bit nervosity. It's normal. It just dances around, you know. There's no one doing the nervosity. And it may just, like you said, it stops. Maybe in the next moment there's no nervosity. It's the same with seeking, you know, it just stops. And then maybe it will arise or not, you know, maybe not, maybe never seeking again or seeking something else.
But this is here back to this empty part. This is exactly the empty part. There is already this, everything which is happening is already me less and you less. I love this from Zander. It's already me less and you less. Of course, this is empty. This is full on what is, but at the same time empty. This is exactly the boom. It's just what's happening innocently so. And yeah, I love it.
Empty of you, yeah. It's empty of you.
No, it's just it's empty. It's in a way, yeah, it's not there. There is no relation to this. It's what it is. Here is no, in a way, no need to change it or not to change it. This thing is simply different.
Yeah, and at the
It's what
same
it is.
time,
It's what it
yeah,
is.
the change in the wanting to change this is this too.
Yeah, yeah. In this directness, it's everything. No matter what, no matter what. Wanting to change this or not wanting to change this. This equanimity in a way. This no difference. It's just this, whatever this means. There is really no need to say a word, and talking is it too. It's what to say. I just love it for no reason. And we pointed beautiful things out here. Beautiful story, Maria, in a way. Love it. Totally love it. So, are you going to join Xander's Zoom on Tuesday or not?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, it's funny, you know. How can one know
Well,
what?
I know. I will. I will.
But yeah, there can be an idea. There can be, you know, a wanting to go, but still anything may happen, you know. And then
I know this is not about me. This is not about my wishes.
two
No one is
seconds,
asking me.
yeah, I mean, 2 seconds before you think, ah, no, that's my favorite program on the telly. Let's watch it. Hey, Maria, I was wondering. What are you doing? I see a painting. Are you painting? Is it yours behind?
No, 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 no.
Yeah, but Maria, don't say. Xander, guess.
Are you
Come
doing
on,
this?
guess.
What do I have to guess?
What she's
My
doing?
profession.
Her profession. She's not a painter. You
No,
have
that
2 tries. Only 2 tries. Come on.
I have no idea really. It can be anything. It can be a teacher, a lawyer.
Okay, 2 tries done. No teacher, no
No.
lawyer. But what?
I'm a application developer, a software engineer.
Software engineer, application developer.
Ah,
Yeah, this is a brainy girl over there.
Yes.
I know. My girlfriend Marge is this too.
Yes, but I'm not very proud of my brain activity.
well, there's nothing wrong with the brain.
No, nothing wrong with the brain,
It's
girl.
Yeah,
just,
I
you know,
know.
it's just it's just working, you know, mental things, you know. It's just processing data, so to say. There's no one doing it.
Yeah.
Able making connections and figure things out, and whatever it does or doesn't does, or whatever it do or
Yes.
doesn't do. It's just, yeah,
Trying to fix problems all the time when
yeah.
there are even
When
when
there
there
are
are
no
no.
problems. I love it.
No, it's just totally, you know, functioning, so to say.
Yeah. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with the thoughts, and no. What a beauty, what a beauty.
No,
Oh,
thoughts
cool.
are just thoughts. You know, what is the
Yeah.
problem with thoughts? I mean, come on.
No.
At the same time,
I love
thinking is
thoughts.
wrong.
Xander, we spoke about this in a way. This was so beautiful. I love them. I love
Oh
them.
yeah,
This is
I
so
have no issue.
beautiful.
I have
Popping
no
up
issue.
like you're watching out now from the window. I see the clouds and the trees and the birds, and exactly like the thoughts, you know? Oh, interesting. I'm following the bird now, you know, and it's landing on a tree, and this is exactly what the thoughts. I just follow the thought. Oh wow, and then I'm laughing because the thought was like, oh, maybe crying, you know? What a beauty. There is nothing wrong with the
Yeah,
thought.
thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations. It all just dances around freely. You know, nothing. Here, there's no issue with thoughts or.
Yes, because I think that I don't like thoughts because I have like read or listened to many people said that the narration of the stories, the problem, or the not being like only in silence, but that's why.
Yeah.
But if you think about it from another perspective, what's wrong with thoughts? Like Rosa said, like you have like an addiction to what's happening, and you're even more entertained, or you're happier, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful.
Totally. I love the way you're playing with this. Also, like listening to someone, like it resonates, and then one moment. What is this? Why? You know, why? It's like hinterfragen, to ask behind, you know? Just this is just joyful curiosity about what's been said, or you can also explore a piece of wood without, you know, it's the same thing, being curious about this thing there. And I think it's beautiful to you are playing with this in a way, you know, you're flipping the coin, watching here, there, and seeing, okay, it's the same. Yeah, it's this already. Nowhere to go, or no escape, no escape. It's what is. And yeah, love it. Sweethearts, I love it. Are there ideas popping up? Maria, something?
Not really.
Not really. Not really, Xander?
No.
Okay. Shall we stop it here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I thank you so much. This was so lovely. And yeah, what to say? I wish us a beautiful evening.
Yeah, you too.
And we stay in touch, and maybe we see soon again for another chat. And yeah, cool. Okay. So
Yeah,
Thank
Maria,
you.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Sander. Thank you.
Nice to chat with you. Thank you for your openness. And
yeah, beautiful.
beautiful. I like
Thank
it.
you. Mwah.
Oh,
Love ya.
Take care.
Ciao.
Rosa,
Bye.
good night, Rosa.
Good night.